All right, so today, did I do my, okay, yeah, I did my brows. Wow, for a second I thought I forgot to do my eyebrows. We're good. All right, so today we're doing a shout out and schmooze. This is where we hang out, chit chat, talk about things, and I do my makeup. You guys, I could cry. I'm truly so excited to be working with this brand because I've raved about their fragrances for years. So I am so honored and so excited to be partnering with Mugler on their new fragrance, the Alien Goddess perfume. You know, I've been raving about the Alien perfume for a couple years now. It's one of my holy grail perfumes. And this is also really cool to me because my mom has been wearing the Angel perfume since I can remember. Like, that is one of her scents to me. A couple trips ago, I was going through the duty free in the airport, and you know when you get caught up, or I do, sniffing the fragrances. And I smelled this and I was like, oh my God, it smells so incredible. If you're someone who likes coconut, vanilla, let me just read you the notes here so you can get the vibes, but the keynotes are bergamot essence, jasmine grandiforum, and bourbon vanilla. Typically I gravitate towards bergamot vanilla, kind of like musky, but because of the vanilla, and I get like a vanilla coconutty kind of vibe where it's still very wearable for wintertime because of that. The bergamot has this depth to it and richness where I feel like it's good for winter, but also could very easily be spring, summer. It's just like a good all year round fragrance. Mugler perfumes, if you've tried Alien or any of their other fragrances, you know this to me is like one of the most long lasting fragrances I have. This, I put it on in the morning, it is staying on. Basically they're calling this like a divine goddess kind of twist on the original Alien fragrance. Encourages embracing your inner goddess. Shine like a goddess. Listen, I'm inspired by this bottle, and you know how I feel about my gold. This is stunning, and like this sitting on your vanity or on your shelf would be so pretty. You can pick this up on Mugler.com, and you can get 20% off their website with the code Taylor20. And the benefits of ordering on there is that you can get free engravings. You can actually get the bottle engraved. You can do that on their website. And what's very cool is they actually have a refill system on there, which normally, you know how you have to like go into the store to get a refill if you want to use the same bottle. You can do that. On their website, you are able to see the stores near you where you can get a refill on any of your Mugler perfumes. But also on their website, they have this thing called the Fountain where you can just order the refill yourself, get it shipped to you at a discounted price and way less plastic, way less waste, and then just refill it yourself at home. But this is one of those fragrance scents for me that is just right up my alley. So if you typically like my perfume recommendations, I think you will probably, hopefully love this as much as I do. Oh, it's so good. I get excited to like spray this on in the morning. I tried to embody the whole metallic fragrance gold bottle in my makeup look today. Perfume will be linked down below in the description box. Go sniff this, try it out because it's one of those addicting fragrances. Okay, I tried to like do the sleek back hair today, but I have zero hair gel and my hair is like freshly washed, so okay, I'm excited. I'm feeling a little chatty because I've been laying in bed all day up until now, not feeling well. So this is basically the first thing I'm saying at 3:30 p.m. But I'm starting off with, I've actually been using this as like basically a primer, the Good All Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. I love this stuff. I mean, I'm over half out of it now. It's a vitamin C serum, so it's great for brightening and like, you know, doing good things for your skin, but at the same time it's actually really nice for underneath makeup, and it absorbs it nice but gives a glow, and it's moisturizing but it's not greasy at all or oily. I have been having an allergic reaction. It started the morning when I was getting ready for my flight to come here, and I put on the NARS concealer, which was definitely expired, and that's when I noticed it. Like my under eyes started burning, and then I like immediately broke out in like this, it was worse, but it was like red bumps and stuff, but it hasn't gone away, and now it's like going up to my forehead a little bit. So I don't know if it was that, I don't know, just not healing because I keep putting makeup over top, but like I'm in Paris, man. I don't want to not put makeup on, you know? Holy grail item, the number 7 Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. I use this as a primer and it is so friggin' blurring. So we have some catching up to do currently in Paris, but I just came from Scotland, Edinburgh. Did I say it right? Edinburgh. I think that's better. Obviously, I'm very thankful and excited to be in Paris right now, but at the same time it's a little bit sad because this was actually booked, this trip, like this exact dates, everything was booked because I was originally going to take my family from Jordan here. It's going to be like their first time, I mean they've gone to Egypt, but that's really it, like out of Jordan, and this was going to be like their first big trip and like seeing the Eiffel Tower in fall, and like I could cry like thinking about it because I was just like so excited to do this with them, but sadly their visa got denied from France. Also super shitty airlines. I feel like there should be some kind of exception because you need to book flights in order to apply for a visa, right? Because you have to like show your flight number and everything that you're leaving the country, you're not planning on staying there. But airlines don't give you a refund if your visa gets denied from the country, and I feel like that's, I don't know. think if it's like within a certain amount of days, that should be a thing, because obviously it's not your fault, you know, it's whatever country, like your visa got denied, there's nothing you can do about it. But anyways, that was supposed to be this trip, so I already had the flights and stuff booked, so I was like, okay, I'm still gonna come, but we're planning something else now to a country where they don't need a visa. So that'll be fun. That'll be in the spring, likely. So I want to do a very glowy golden. I think I'm going to go with the whole goddess theme here of the perfume and do like a look to kind of go along with this. Like I want glowy skin, maybe some like gold eyeshadow. If you haven't tried the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I think it's better than Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like it's not supposed to be a foundation or anything. It's just like a glow booster, it's called. But I think it has like light coverage. I mean, you can see it like covered some of the redness and stuff. For comparison, this has like more coverage than the Summer Fridays skin tint that I talked about in my Tint Moisturizer Roundup video that I did recently. It has been back in stock on Target, so if you've been wanting to try it, I have the shade 2. Should I put some of this on my chest? Let's do it. I haven't done this yet, but here we go. Ooh, oh, I like that. I think I'm gonna keep it like really natural on the skin actually. I don't even feel like I really need that much foundation right now. I might just do concealer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I have been to Paris before. It was years ago. It was when I was studying abroad in Jordan. It's been 10 years since I've been in Paris. Should I be putting, I don't know if I should put that directly on there, but last time I was here, I actually had a friend who was studying here. And so he took me around and he's fluent in French. It's so nice. Like if you have someone living in a country where you visit, it is just a totally different experience. You don't have to think about getting around. It's like so lovely. I think even if you don't have a particular interest in somewhere where you know someone who's like living or studying abroad, if you know someone in a different country doing that, go. When Arbor, you guys know Arbor, when Arbor was getting his master's in China, I went to visit him, and that was like one of those places too that just definitely super different experience. He's fluent in Mandarin, so super different experience than if you were going by yourself. I've been here now, I think this is my 4th day, but I haven't been super functional, so I basically had like one full day out and about. I did get to explore Montmartre, saying it wrong. I went here, it was lovely. I haven't been to that neighborhood before, and if you want to like feel like you're in Paris, oh my god, it's so cute. It feels very Parisian. Some of you on Instagram were like, I went there in the summer and it was absolutely insane and felt like super touristy, and yeah, that's how it is everywhere. I just was talking about this on Instagram, but I learned my lesson. Seriously, fall, if you can travel in the spring or fall, do it. Summer compared to fall so far has just been like polar opposite experiences. Fall, it's like so pleasant to walk around. Streets aren't crowded. You can just get into places without a line. You don't have to make dinner reservations. You're not dying of heat. 10 out of 10 would recommend traveling in fall. Also, a lot of things are cheaper depending on where you're going. It's probably off season. As I'm planning trips into this coming like spring and summer, you can just see the changes in prices. So it's definitely cheaper to book things a lot of places in fall. Like, I mean, Airbnbs, hotels can be literally half price. It's also a good way to save some money. So in my last Shadow and Schmooze, I talked a little bit about loneliness, like solo traveling, and just where I was at in Croatia, how I was feeling. If you missed that Shadow and Schmooze, I would go watch that one. Kind of feeling like, okay, am I ready to pick somewhere? Now I am not feeling that. This is how quickly I fluctuate. I just think it's all about like connections and meeting people, and luckily in Edinburgh, oh, we need to talk about Scotland. Well, it kind of like ties together, but I just met some like very lovely people there. Very easy to meet people, super friendly. A lot of people who live there from Oregon and Washington, specifically Oregon. I met like a few people from Oregon, which was funny, and I can totally see that. But it's one of those cities, it's interesting. As an American, some cities, I'm sure it's different for Europeans because everything's so close, but as an American, some cities you just really don't hear about at all, like no one really talks about, and Edinburgh was one of those. Like I just really hadn't heard anything about it, and I ended up like last minute booking it because there were very few good flights out of Dubrovnik at the time, just with like the down season, and one of the places was Edinburgh, and I was like, I started looking at it, and I asked you guys on Instagram, and once I mentioned it, I heard so many good things about it. A lot of you were saying like it's your favorite city in Europe, and I was like, what the heck? I haven't heard much about this. I don't know, there is like something special there. I don't know if it just really reminded me of Oregon and Washington, like Pacific Northwest, because it's like hilly, it's green, it's beautiful, it's friendly. I was there for about a week and a half, and I think out of anywhere I've been so far, it felt the most easy in a good way. Like it's kind of how I felt when I first went to Seattle, where I was like, oh, I could easily live here. I could see myself here in a second. It felt like that. It just felt like, just felt very peaceful, very easy. I don't know how to explain it without sounding like cheesy, but it felt right, like being there. And I kept getting these like weird signs, things would happen. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on YouTube, but I have this weird thing with the number 11. Some of you are gonna think I'm like total wacky, but I'm not a big, like, I'm not into manifesting. I'm not into like astrology, any of that stuff. Go for it if you are. But my one thing is I see the number 11 friggin' everywhere. And at this point, it is not just like confirmation bias where, you know, when you're like, you get a yellow car and then you start seeing yellow cars everywhere. As I was there throughout like the week and a half, I literally had about at least 20 different weird coincidence things happen, or signs, or just like meeting certain people. So whatever, whether it's just in my head or not, we're gonna bronze it up because we're going for the golden glowy look. I'm not like super, you know, spiritual or anything, but I do think I have a pretty strong intuition about people and places, and sometimes I just get these feelings. So the situation though is that unfortunately it's pretty hard to get residency, like to get a long-term visa there as someone who's self-employed. You can get sponsored by a company, you can become a full-time student, and it's like full-time. You have to be actual full-time student, not like Spain where they're like have pretty lax requirements with that, where they're like, yeah, learn Spanish, you can get a visa, or get married. But you can stay for 6 months on a tourist visa, which seems kind of wild. I think that's the longest one I've seen so far. So you can be there for 6 months, you can rent an apartment, everything on a tourist visa. That's an idea. What I'm really leaning towards is I have like stuff booked through summer basically. So what I'm thinking is maybe I do that for 6 months in the fall, because that way it would be nice to like stay in one place for a little longer and just taking a little break from like bouncing around, but I could do that for 6 months and then like decide what I want to do from there basically. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, because I loved it there. Good food, good people, walkable. You can take the train to like Glasgow and London. I didn't do that because honestly, like halfway through, I was like, I'm 99% sure I'm gonna be back here, even if I just went back for like a month or two. Also, the amount of friggin' time I wasted trying to find internet. Holy shit, you guys, what are you doing? It's 2022. Almost 2023, and the Wi-Fi situation is like we're in 2005. I went around to so many different cafes trying to find good Wi-Fi. My Airbnb's Wi-Fi was like non-existent. Even Starbucks, it said it was going to take 99 hours to upload a video. So that's the one thing. If I did do that, I would have to get definitely like a dongle and figure out the uploading situation. Also, it'd be so nice to be there during the holidays, because I was looking at photos and there were some holiday decorations, but not like the full holiday thing when I was there, but it looked so cute during the holidays. Yeah, wow, definitely don't even feel like I'm missing foundation at all. I'm gonna go in with the Kava Merit highlight and tap that on. As you saw, I set my face with powder, but this goes on totally fine. I set my under eyes. This goes on totally fine over top. No glitter at all. Was not ready to leave, honestly. I could have, yeah, like I said, I could have stayed there. I was just feeling good. It was easy. It was all good. I'm actually gonna mix a Charlotte Tilbury blush with the Essence powder highlight, because I want it to be really pink and really glowy on my cheeks. See how this goes. Ooh. Back to the number thing real quick. I know like numerology is a thing and angel numbers are a thing, but I never see like 4 in a row. It's always just 11. That's it. Birthday's June 11th. I don't know. I've just always had like a connection to the number 11. I'm curious if any of you guys see certain numbers like everywhere, or if you have any knowledge in that area, what that might mean. I don't know. I have Googled it, but nothing comes up for just 11. It's always like just the angel number thing. I'm gonna take this palette and just go in with a bunch of golds. I want it like fresh. You know, I want like a fresh glowy golden look. I don't want it to be too smoky or too dramatic. I kind of just want to keep things like light and fresh. By the way, right now I have on the Anastasia eye primer. If any of you have places that you've traveled, or cities, even wherever in your home country, wherever, where you just like felt this like pull to, let me know where, like what happened. Did you end up moving there? Do you just think about it still? I'm curious. First, I'm gonna take this darker gold shade and then probably pop a little bit of one of these two over top. Always go back to fingers. Fingers are the best, man, for eyeshadow. For the lid shade, at least. So actually, when you're seeing this, oh, it's after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. And when you're seeing this, I'm actually in the next city, which is Dublin, Ireland. So I'm in Ireland right now when you're watching this. I know there's a lot of you who live there, so hopefully I run into some of you guys. Say hi if you see me. I would love to meet you. I will be there for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for me isn't a holiday I love. I never have. I've just never enjoyed it. So I'm not like you know, too sad to be missing it. But I will say this is the one year that I am kind of bummed to be missing it, only because my family is camping and I love camping and my cousin is like meeting them there and that would be fun. So I'm like, I think we should start that as a Thanksgiving tradition. I will come home for that. If we go camping every year on Thanksgiving, I'd be all there. But I'll be in Ireland for about a week and a half. So if you have any recommendations, please definitely send them my way. That gold is so good. That's this shade right here. This one is so nice. I'm gonna take the Sydney Grace Stolen Kiss. It's like a cream shadow and it looks so pretty. It looks like this rosy gold. Oh yeah. That's what we needed. If they make like a champagne color of this, I'm gonna get that. Okay, love that. I think I'm just gonna do a brown liner and smoke it out. This one is by Makeup by Mario, and I recently did, by the way, a whole video on what's in my makeup bag with me right now. I went through and like did mini reviews on everything, so if you want to see everything I packed, check out that video. The mirror is so blurry. Wow, my mirrors are really limited. I didn't do my best packing in general. I've basically been in every weather the last 3 months. Like Croatia is basically summer and then fall, and then I'm gonna be in like winter zone. So I have things I would do different for sure. So I'm just kind of lightly smudging that. I just want it to create a little bit of smokiness on the outside, but I don't want it to be like a full wing or anything. It's getting pretty dark now. Oh, that one got a little wild. I am gonna do false lashes though, so that always kind of makes it come together. But what am I watching right now? Oh, I'm catching up on Bachelor in Paradise because I finally got a VPN. Had one, then I canceled it when I was back in the US and I got it again. It's been really nice because I can watch Bachelor in Paradise now. I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. I've been liking this. It hasn't been flaking at all. Oh, I did have a bobby pin. I was wondering where I put those. I'm gonna throw on some lashes and I'll be right back and we'll do lips. Okay, lashes are on, but I had to do a little location change because the sun is now down, very much behind the building in front of me. So I'm gonna do my waterline eyeliner. Anytime I'm doing a look like this where I want my eyes to look like nice and open and fresh, I like using a cream colored eyeliner on the waterline rather than black. Makes you look more alive, brightens things up. I'm gonna do a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line just on my like outer third, basically just like lightly coating the outer third. I think I'm gonna do Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine liner, but not fill them in all the way, just like very lightly line this just to kind of give some shape. I want it to be kind of like natural and soft, so I don't want like a full lip. One thing I love about this liner is it goes over your skin really well. Like, you know how some liners, when you're trying to overline or something, it doesn't glide or like stay on your actual skin over your lip. This one grips well. I think I'm gonna take Rare Beauty Bold just a little bit. This is kind of like a rosy color, and just like dab it on. Again, I don't want it super filled in, but I just want to add a little life, and definitely want this to be glossy. Flawless, forget the filler. I like that combo. Okay, I think that's the final look. I'm feeling bronzed, feeling a little goddessy. You know, the sun could have really helped me out here today. I literally can't stop smelling myself in this perfume. I'll have the Alien Goddess perfume linked down below along with all the other makeup that's on my face today. Apologies for my French pronunciation throughout this entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat, shadow and schmooze, getting ready together. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around till the end. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.